Hi family, and welcome back to the channel. Guys, in today's video I am going to be sharing with you my primary bedroom makeover. So I did a complete makeover of the space, and I'm going to show you how I added a little bit of fall to the space, but nothing that is like really dramatic to where you're going to have to do such a big change when you're going into winter. We know that the changing of seasons between fall and winter is pretty close to each other, so spending a lot of money to do this kind of makes not much sense, right? So you want to use a lot of stuff that you already have, and you may add in one or two things to it. So I will definitely be showing to you guys in this video how I created my luxe, very luxe, luxurious looking primary bedroom by using a lot of stuff I already have and by using some of my DIY skills. So if this is something, guys, that you want to see, definitely stick around for the end of this video, because at the end of this video is going to be the big reveal. I'm going to leave that part for last. The part that really transformed this entire space. Hey guys, if this is your first time seeing me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Please share the video, leave a comment on this video, on this channel, We like to do DIY videos. We like to do lifestyle videos. We do some vloggings here and there, and we do a lot of interior design content. So that if that is something that you're looking for, definitely stick around and be a part of this family. Okay guys, now that all of the introduction has passed, right? Let me tell you guys what's really going on here. So, I updated my primary suite. I did a very big overhaul, vamping of the space. And I used my Sony camera to record everything. I didn't use my phone. It was my Sony camera that I used. So I was just about to go start editing the video so that I can post the content for you tomorrow evening. When I went in to start to edit, the SD card was showing that there's no footage on there. So I was like, what? So I took it out and I put it into my computer, and the computer is showing, it was showing like some old footage that I was going to post with me braiding my hair, showing how I braid my hair, but that was it. So all of the footage that I recorded, and it was a lot of videos because I don't know how to pause this camera. I only know how to go and hit stop. So every time you hit stop, it will start a whole new video for you. When it's recording, it has a red box around the screen. So I will make sure I see that every time I hit record. However, for some reason, none of the information is there. Now, yes, I did panic. What I am thinking happened is I have an SD card, is 1 terabyte, and that is what I was using in my Canon camera. And when I got this new camera here, I never reformatted the SD card because I didn't think that I had to. So when I put it in here, I just started using it. It was showing me it's recording, but I don't know what happened. I do remember being on the phone with Chrissy, and I was looking for something to send to show her. And I was like, why is this thing showing me that I can't view my stuff? Why is it showing that they corrupt or whatever? So now, after I took the SD card out of the camera, every time I put it back in, it will be reading it as faulty. So at the end, I gave up. I had no choice but to go and reformat it. And you know, when you reformat something, you're wiping it clean. But I searched it, there was nothing on there. Every folder was completely empty. I checked cloud, there was nothing in cloud. I checked my phone to see if it was automatically pitching it to my phone. It was not. So I said all that to say this. Me doing the actual work, I have lost that footage. The only footage I have is the artwork that I did, because I did that in the garage, because every time I would turn the camera on, it was shutting back off, like saying I don't have no memory. So I recorded that on my phone. So when we get to the artwork, I'll show you. You'll get to see how I actually created the artwork that I have in this space. Outside of that, I don't have no footage. I lost all of my footage, and it hurts me so much because I had plans to chop up that content, especially how I created my wall, and just do one video as well for how I created the wall, how I achieved the wall. And now I don't have that content anymore. So hence you getting this video. This video would have been next week's video, where I actually go through the space and show you each item and how I came up with the design, why I did what I did, and all that stuff. So without any further ado, I am going to stop this recording, and I'm going to check to ensure that it is recording, because I am still on the camera. So I want to make sure and see like what the heck is going on. So I'm going to stop this recording now and check to make sure that I'm getting footage. Okay guys, so I checked and it's recording. So we're gonna what I'm gonna do is I am going to we're gonna talk about this wall over here, then I'll move to this wall, and then we'll do the bed, and then we'll do the I would say the grand finale, the thing that made this room change. There are two things that made the room change. I'm going to show you that first, which is this wall here. And then the last thing we're going to look at is what really changed the whole space. Okay? So guys, the first thing I did is I added up, if you guys could remember, we did the inspirational design board, and I did that together with you guys. So this is what that board is. You're gonna see that board being portrayed in this space. Okay, so that's what we're gonna go over. So the first thing I wanted to do is I definitely wanted to bring a real plant into the space and see how I will take care of it. I'm praying that I take care of this. I'm praying that it does well in the space. I did purchase this from Home Depot, and it was originally $99, and they had a sale on it, so I got it for $69.99. So this is a real fig tree. I think it's called another name, but it still falls under that category. And then you will see the planter that I have here. I'm gonna do afterwards. I'm gonna like span on everything so I can edit this really nice. So that's the planter that I had on the inspirational board. So I do have it inside of that. But it did come in another planter, so it's kind of fitting in there kind of snug. But I do have to repot it, because it is in a trainee pot, I think is what you call them. Yeah. So I did maintain the mirror on the wall. I still haven't made the decision if I'm going to remove them or I'm going to let them stay. Right now, I thought here would have probably looked a little like too much going on, but because it's a mirror and it's reflecting, it doesn't look like too much is going on. So for now, I am leaving it there. I may take them down and I may not, because you know I have on both sides, right? Then I've always had this chair. It has always been here in this corner. What I've decided to do this time is to not add anything to it. So I don't have no throws on it, nor do I have any throw pillows on there. Okay, so I've always had this chair and it has always been in this corner. The next thing is this throw that's in this basket next to the fireplace. So of course, a fireplace, you want to create a certain mood with your fire when you have a fireplace lit. So I thought that this would help to also create the mood. I've always had it there, had a basket there with a throw in it. So I just left that there and maintained it. If we like kind of span, let's look more. So if you're seeing it like this, that's my fireplace, TV. Everything that you're seeing here in this area, I have always had. So there was nothing new. So what I had to do was to ensure that my new design would incorporate the pieces that I already have. Okay? Now guys, let's talk about my window wall and what I did to my window wall. So here is my window wall. So the first thing that I did here was I elevated my drapery. So I took my drapery from being there like right above the window, because my curtains were 84 and I didn't want to buy new curtains when I was putting the new rods up. So I decided to stick with the 84, right? But because I wanted to elevate this space, because I wanted the space to have this luxurious feel, you definitely want to extend them up. So what I decided to do was put up stationary draperies. So these draperies are stationary. If you look at the rods that they're on, the rods are, I think I have them open at 16 inches. And that's like the drapery can't move any further than that. Okay? So I also placed one of the hooks, the loops, I mean, on the outside of the actual hook. So this can't move. No matter how you pull it, it can't move. Okay? One of the things that I did on the video for you guys was I showed you guys how to train your drapery. So I actually had these draperies tied up with a piece of like cardboard. So what I did is I pleated them by hand. So I pleated them like this. I found each one of that. I had them pleated like this, just like that. And then I put a piece of cardboard around it with some tape. And I did it down here as well. So this was like way up here. And then I did it down below. And I let it sit for 24 hours like that. So I did it to all 4 of those draperies, okay? And that's why you see them falling and being trained the way that they are trained. Now, I know people like to pucker their draperies on the floor and it gives off this luxurious look. I don't care for it. However, because I could not use the rings, because it would have been puckering even more on the floor, and I just told you guys that I don't like the puckering on the floor. But no matter what type of hooks I had put up there, I would have had this extra inch that I'm dealing with, because these curtains are 96 inches. So now I know in the future, if I'm ever wanting to change these curtains out, I need to get 95. So 95 will work perfect with these rods. And I wouldn't have the puckering that I have on the floor. Puckering does go with that luxurious look as well. So I am not mad at it. But if I had a choice, I would not have done it, because I don't care for the puckering on the floor. The next thing that I did, and everybody who knows me knows that I dislike the 2-inch blinds. Those white 2-inch blinds, I hate them, I hate them, I hate them. They're very cumbersome to clean and they're very easy to break. I do not like them at all. So one of the things that I definitely knew that I was going to do when I was changing, redoing this space, that I was going to change my window treatment, and I was definitely going to tackle the blinds. So the blinds are gone, and I decided to add these blinds. Now I decided to go with this dark color, and you will see why when you see the rest of my space. Okay, so bear with me. So I got these from Amazon, and I was going to get the remote ones, but again, I was trying to do this whole design on a budget, showing how you can get this luxurious design and you didn't spend a lot of money to do so. So these are on a chain, and I did install these myself, and showing you like the chain. I just come here in the mornings and I can, this is what I did. Like last night I closed this and I was amazed on how beautiful this was, and I looked at it, I was like, oh my gosh, look at that. Like, I was so excited. It helps keep my room very dark because these are blackouts. Okay, they're not the sheer ones that you can see, and these draperies are also blackout, even though it doesn't matter because I'm not closing them, right? So basically all I did is I am creating a frame around the window. Remember, I told you guys that your windows is a part of the art in your space. So if your window is a part of your art, you don't want to, you want to always frame it out nicely. So I softened up this window with the drapery and with the blinds. So I created this nice soft space, okay? Now, the only issue I'm having over here is this table. This table, I used to have it across right here. But I have my altar on it, and I was thinking to do it like this probably. Yeah, I think that, but then I didn't want to distract from the chair. So before I used to have, that's why I used to have my altar. I used to have it at this window. Sometimes when I'm praying, I will pull that chair, sit there, looking through the window praying. So that's the only thing that I have. Like, I'm trying not to choose design over my prayer time, right? But that's how I think I'm gonna just leave it there like that, and when I want to use it, I'll pull it out. Okay, so that's what we have going on the window treatment. So here we go. Okay guys, so let's move around now to this table. So there's nothing new on this table. What I did is I cleaned it up. I had started to make it be kind of a catch-all. So my altar used to be on top there. I had my Bible and stuff on top there. So I cleaned it up to you know, help enhance this entire wall and that lux space. So that's why I didn't put my altar back over there, because my altar was not there in the beginning. I just created a catch-all there. Okay? So now let us move to, let me show you guys. So let's go to my sofa. There you go. Okay guys, let's talk about my sofa. So the big issue I am having is that I have this blue sofa. So whatever I do in my space, it has to complement my sofa because this sofa is blue. Remember, I have always tried to teach you guys, when you're buying your big ticket items, try to stay very neutral with them, okay? Because I wanted this piece so bad, and it came in this color, it came in a gray, which I did not want. Because what I got rid of was a gray one, and it came in a blush pink, and I definitely did not want the blush pink. I'm not a pink girl, but blue is my favorite color, and this shade blue is my favorite color. So I took a chance and I went ahead and I did it. Do I regret it? Yes, I do. But I have to treat it as though it's a neutral. Every time I am selecting colors, I have to treat it as though it's a neutral. So what I decided to do with this piece to make it not stand out too much was not add any color, any other new color to it. So I kept it with the same. These did not come with it. It just so happened that they're the same color. I ordered these from Amazon, these covers, and I had these since I think last year, probably around this time is when I had purchased these, or the year before that. And they happen to just match perfectly the exact same color of the sofa. So I decided to just go with the same color throw pillows so that the sofa will not be busy. You know, normally I would have like a cream color on here. You definitely don't want to do that. I need this sofa to not stand out too much because of what I did on my bed. Okay, so if you guys can tell, my rug that I have down here is from the living room. So again, I shopped my home. I brought pieces from another room into this space. So instead of buying a new rug, because I definitely needed one, I complained so much about the one that was here, and I knew I needed a new rug, and so I just decided to take this rug from the living room and place it in this room, and it worked out perfectly. I do need to pull it forward just a tad because this sofa has the lounge side of the chase side, sorry, where you lounge on, and I want it to sit on this. So this part of the sofa is sitting on the rug, but the chase part of it, I'm off by like 6 inches. So I need to pull it down 6 inches, which will be fine because it's all the way up here is where it ends. So I think when I sit up on my bed, I'll be sitting here. My foot still will be going on there, okay? So I think, yeah, I need to get it pulled forward, but that's going to be a task because when we put it down, we took the bed wasn't in place or nothing because I moved my mattress, everything, so that I can be able to maneuver to do what I was doing on the wall. Okay? So after the sofa, the rug, let's move to my okay guys, so my nightstand. So I've always had these nightstands. I got them from Overstock, and I will definitely recommend these. I have these, I think I'm going on probably 3 years now, and I definitely recommend these. Okay, so like I said, I've always have this. The only thing on here that was purchased is my lamp. So I got these lamps from Target. So they are beautiful. When I took the old ones out and I just had them sitting there, I was like, oh my gosh, look at this. So when the light is off though, the shade is kind of too white to me because my headboard is not white. But when the light is on, because I have a warm light in here, this becomes warm. So it doesn't look white. So I'm not going to bother changing it or anything. I'm going to leave it alone. Okay, these stems, I purchased these stems from Hobby Lobby, either Hobby Lobby or Target last year fall. So I shopped my home. I got these from Target last year fall. Again, I shopped my home. You know, I've always had these hand-blown vases from, where did I buy these from? From Amazon. And the color, when this color here adapts to the colors you put in your space that's in this family. So they kind of look gray, but because of what I have going on the bed with the green, they're pulling that green. So they look like they are like this this olive green that I have on my bed. Okay, of course, this is my Alexa, and then I have a marble coaster that I've always had here. So that is how this side is looking, and the other side is the same. I will still show it to you guys. So the other side, the only thing that's different over there is that I don't have a picture over there, but what I did, just like how I have this blue picture frame, I have a blue vase next to the lamp, so that it's not symmetrical, but it plays on the eyes to look like it's very symmetrical. Okay, so next let's move on to my bed. Guys, this is my bed. Let's move you guys back. There we go. Baby Zyla likes to say, there you go. She likes to say, there you go. Okay. Okay, guys. So moving on to the bed. When I tell you, I did not sleep in this bed last night. I did not sleep in this bed last night. I know it's crazy, but I'm so in love with how this bed turned out. I didn't want to mess it up last night, even though I know I'm going to fix it back in the morning, but I did not want to mess it up. Guys, whew, that's all I can say. I showed you guys how to layer. I showed you guys how to tuck your sheets. I am so mad because there's so much content that is gone. But anywho, I tucked the sheets in the corners. Let's just talk about where I got everything from. So this is a coverlet. It is not a duvet. It's a coverlet that I got from Home Goods. Jeez. So I got this coverlet from Home Goods. I got this blanket. It is so long, guys. Like, it's touching the floor over here and it's touching the floor over there. So this is the color of fall that I brought into my space. Even though this is the color of fall I'm bringing into my space, this can transition into like Christmas season if I wanted it to. Okay? So I repeated this. You will see this is the color that was repeated in my stems that I just showed you that's on the nightstand. I put it here. Then I have my duvet here. This duvet, I've always had this. This is what I had on the bed before. I just took it off and I washed it and I steamed it. I showed you guys how I steamed it. All of that. I put that on here. Then I also have my blanket. So the blanket that I have, can you guys see? No. Well, I'm going to do a span anyway. So the blanket that I have is the same color of this. I did not buy them together. I ordered these. I caught these on sale. I forgot who I bought these from. But I caught these on sale. And I think I got them for like, I showed you guys these before. It's this color and this color that I had gotten. But I don't remember how much I paid for them. But I know it was extremely cheap. So I end up buying the two. Okay. So, then let's move on to my accent pillows that I have on the bed. Now these are from Ikea. And I purchased these from Ikea last year. When I showed you guys these, when I purchased these last year. I think last year, October, November-ish, I think it was. I purchased these. I've used these on my bed before. But honey, they have never looked this good on my bed. No, no, no. And then we have my lumbar pillow that I made. So I made this lumbar pillow. You guys, if you haven't seen that video, go check it out. But I made this myself. And it's very neutral. So whatever I put it with is going to work. Okay? And of course, my backrest pillows that I also made myself. These are gray, and you're going to see why I kept them gray versus changing the color. Now, for Christmas, I do want to change this color to something more bright, right? So, but for right now, these are my backrest pillows that I've always had, and they're working. I thought they was going to clash with this, but it does not. So I am happy. And of course, my beautiful headboard that I've always had. And if you guys want to see how I designed this headboard, I definitely have a video on that. Okay, so let's talk about this artwork. I am definitely going to put in the video of me making it. It was pretty easy to make. All I did, well, I'll talk about what I did on the video. But let me talk about what is happening here. So what is happening here is this, the color that was underneath, that was on it, which we'll see in that you just saw in the video, that me showing you how I made this piece. When it was drying, the color bleeded through into this. Now I wanted the color to show, which will mimic my rug. You know this rug has colors in it. So I wanted that to happen. But what happened was, like in these areas, like this area right here, this is what I wanted. But then if you look right here, this is pink. And it stained the drywall thing that I was using. It stained it. It came through, and it only did it with the pink. Now, I'm not mad at it at all. I was saying if I can't live with it, then I'll go in and probably spray this part white or something. But now that I put it up on the wall, I'm not mad at it. It can stay. It's fine. It's an artwork, and you know art can almost be anything. So I am liking it up here. I was kind of contemplating if to leave this space with nothing on there, or should I add the artwork. So I put the artwork up, and I'm fine with it. Yeah, I don't see where it didn't take away from the feel that I was trying to give in my space. So let me give you guys a larger look of it. So you see the artwork compared to the space, and I think it looks fine. Now, you know, I always tell you guys you do not have to put something on every wall, but this is a pretty large wall. And if you look, like there's nothing on this wall right here at all, and then that's the door to go outside. So putting this one big piece here is fine. I did have my candle holders up there for years. I finally took those down, and I definitely prefer this huge piece of artwork that I have up here on the wall. It definitely adds to this luxurious feel that I am going for in my space. Okay guys, so now for did I show everything? Yeah, I think I showed everything I wanted to talk about. So now let's talk about what transformed this room. That was the first thing that I did, was this wall, before I did anything else. Okay, family. So here is my wall. Here is the showstopper. Now, you know I said I wanted to do lime wash. However, lime wash can get very expensive, and Judith can get very cheap sometimes. So that wall cost me, lime wash would have cost me $74. So guys, the lime wash would have cost me $74 for a gallon of it. I wasn't wanting to do that, and I needed a custom color. And I also didn't want to wait for it to come because it had to be shipped. So I decided to create my own lime wash. And I did that with a $10 can of paint from Home Depot. So what I did, I even showed you guys the color. Let me get the color so I can put it in this video. Okay guys, I found it. So the color, I'm trying to get it to focus. There it is. So this is the color that's on the wall. It is a bare color, and the color is, the name of it is Chimney. Where's my glasses? The name of it is Chimney, okay? And it's bare from Home Depot. It's blue. It's actual blue color. This is blue. I know my wall looks black, it looks gray, but it's not. In person, it's blue. Now, in the daytime, it looks very gray. But at nighttime, with the lights on, she is very blue. Okay? And I wanted to create a very smoky looking effect. So when I first started out doing it, I was using the brush to do it. And the brush was giving me the strokes that I have down in the bathroom. And that's not what I wanted. So what I did is I switched to a rag. Okay? Now, the way I mix the paint is I took 1.5 cups of the paint, pour it into a container, and then I did 2 parts of that with water. So what I did is I watered down the paint. Like, I'm so mad I don't have this. So I watered down the paint. So I did 2 parts water to 1 part paint. I mixed that up really good, okay? Then I took the rag, and I had gloves on. You need to put gloves on, okay? I took the rag and I dipped it in there, and then I, on the wall, I did like this. As though like you wiping down your windows, you wiping down your doors, doing motions like you cleaning something. That's what I did. So this is 2 coats of that, okay?
What are you doing?
I'm videoing, so you can't come because you don't know how to be quiet. Go in the room and watch TV, okay?
I am cleaning up.
Yes. Go. Go in the room and watch TV. When I'm finished, I'll call you, okay? So what you want to do is you're going to add it. You cannot make a mistake with this because you're going to be adding as you go. Okay, if you feel you don't want it this dark, you can stop on the lighter coat that I did. You definitely, when you do it on, and then you probably like 10 seconds, 30 seconds after, if you want, you can go through and wipe it again, and it will add another level of the color onto it. So the thing was, when I removed my wallpaper, so the wallpaper that I had on the wall, I thought it was vinyl, but my mind was thinking that the top coat of it was vinyl. But when I started to remove the wallpaper, I realized that the bottom of it is paper and the top of it, the design, is also paper. So I just got some water in a spray bottle. I sprayed it down 3 times for each section. I sprayed it, let it soak in, sprayed it again, let it soak in, sprayed it again. And then after, I just was able to just peel it right off. It came right off. It literally took me a half hour to take off the wallpaper off of this wall. Okay? After I did that is when I realized that this wall was never painted the white that I have in my room. It was that gray, that dark gunmetal gray that I had in the room before. So I knew that I wanted a smoky finish and that I was using this color. This color was too close to the color that was on that wall. So what I had to do is I had to paint the wall white. So I painted the color of these other walls. I only did 1 coat, however, because I knew I was going to cover it with this, and I didn't need to go put 2 coats. Like, I didn't need to waste that amount of paint. So I only did 1 coat of that. Then I just started, and what I did is I started from over here in this corner behind this nightstand, just to test how the color is going to apply. Do I need to do anything extra? That's how I knew that the brush was not going to work for me. So I switched to a rag. So I did it behind there. So if you know I made any mistakes, you won't be able to see it. But this is the faux finish that I did. It came out beautiful. It is a smoky look that I am totally in love with. And like I said, with this, you cannot make no mistake. I only bought 1 quart of paint from Home Depot, and I told them I wanted the cheapest brand, which was Glidden. So Glidden have different, I think 3 different levels. I bought the cheapest level. So I only paid, I think, $10.54 that's the tax included, okay? So that's how I created this wall. And as you can see, the wall going into my coming down into the bed, how elegant this all looks. So guys, thank you guys for staying tuned, and just enjoy this final span that I'm going to give you of my space. The next space that we're going to be tackling is the living guys, and thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this tour of my luxurious primary suite. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys on my next upload. Bye.